Okay, so this is the review for quiz 1 of unit 6A. So I'm going to go over numbers 4 and 5 from the review. Number 4, we are going to be working backwards on these. Number 4 tells us that a circle that has a diameter of 16 centimeters, so that's good information, has an arc with a length of 4 pi centimeters, and that's more good information. So it says, what's the measure of this arc in degrees? So it says an arc with a length. So anytime we're talking about arc length, we're talking about the measurement of an arc over 360 times 2 pi r. So that's our arc length formula. So in this case, we need to know what the radius is, and we're trying to find what the arc length, or the arc measure is. So the radius, if the diameter is 16, the radius is going to be 8. Okay, because the radius is half of that diameter. And the arc length is equal to 4 pi. So we're going to say 4 pi is equal to my arc measure, which we don't know, over 360 times 2 pi, and then we have 8 for our radius. Okay, so I have 4 pi is equal to x over 360 times technically 16 pi. Okay, because I took the 2 times the 8. So the pi's do cancel out because we have one on each side. And then we have this 16 here that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to divide out. So 4 divided by 16 is 1/4. And that's equal to x over 360. In order to get x completely by itself, you are going to have to multiply by 360 on both sides to get rid of the the 360 in the denominator, so those cancel. We have 360 times 1/4, which is actually going to be 90. And that's equal to x. So that means that the degree of our arc measure is 90 degrees. Okay. Now for number 5, again, we are working backwards, but this time we're talking about the sector of a circle having the area of 40 pi. The formula for the sector of a circle is the measurement of our arc divided by 360 times pi r squared. Okay, so we're going to kind of work backwards again. We have the area of our sector here at 40 pi, and then we also have the degree of our sector at 225. So we're going to take 225 over 360 times pi r squared, and that is going to be equal to 40 pi. We are trying to find the radius for this one. So again, we have a pi on both sides. We're going to cancel those out. And we get 40 is equal to 225 over 360 r squared. Anytime we have a variable with a number in front of it, we can divide that number away. So we're actually going to divide that big nasty fraction. And if we divide on one side, we have to divide on the other. Okay. Those fractions cancel, and we have r squared is equal to, and what we want to do is we want to take that 40 40 divided by, and then we have a fraction of 225 over 360. Okay, and that gives me 64. So I have 64 here. From there, to get rid of a square, we need to take the square root on both sides. If we do that, we get 8 is equal to r. So our radius here is equal to 8.